What's up, everybody? We're back in the car dealer simulator for another roundup of this week's hot fixes. We got hotfix 42, 43, 44, 45, plus lots of new information about a new feature that is going to be coming very, very soon. So stay tuned to check out all of that, and let's roll that intro. Well, there we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's start talking about some stuff. But before we quickly jump into all the hot fixes, for the first time ever, I have a full car dealership all along the front there, looking at nice and lovely, lots and lots of cars. And if we come up to the actual inside of the dealership, this is all completely full as well. This is the first time I've actually done this in the game for any size dealership. So there we go, completely full. But I do only have 2,762. I don't even have enough, I don't think, to pay any wages, so I definitely need to get some cars sold. Let's just have a look. Can I pay worker salaries? If I can just afford to pay them and the water bill, why not? That'll be all right, because we can afford to get some stuff worked on today. Let's go start that, and then we'll start talking about Hotfix 42. Hello, Karen. How are you doing today? There you go. Get on and sort. Never mind, that was already sorted. So we'll bring this one straight up around into here to get washed. On we go. I do have some other jobs for Karen and Johnny a little bit later. Just the one other job, because this car up here is the non-runner we bought from the email in the last episode. So we do need to get this one sorted thanks to Paul here. Replace all. I think we should have everything, because my repair machines have got nothing to work on. So there we go. Paul's going to be working on that. And let's get out and let's start talking about Hotfix 42. I'm just going to stand in a sort of semi-nice spot so we can see some stuff off screen. Here we go. Hotfix 42. It is, the intro title says about something else, but we're going to talk about all of that later. So it's online shop coming soon, and Hotfix 42. For the patch notes, is fixed a bug where the inventory wouldn't close with the escape key. We'll check that in a second. Selected sorting method in the inventory now overrides the default setting and is saved until it's changed again. That's good to know. An improved refresh of the keybinds table. Changes are now visible instantly without reopening the settings window. Now, I haven't changed any keybinds, so that doesn't affect me at all. Sorting is fine as it is, but fixed a bug where the inventory wouldn't close with the escape key. Let's get that off screen and bring up our inventory. There she is. Tap escape once and she disappears. Absolutely lovely. Just check that multiple times, make sure that's all working. Absolutely perfect. There we go. Hotfix 42. That's it. It does say we've just released another batch of fixes, and below we're also revealing a new surprise, but the new surprise will come a little bit later on. There we go. Hotfix 42. Nice and simple. Let's move on to Hotfix 43. We've got Paul in there, squirreling away, our most expensive employee, set to repair all the mechanicals. But enough about that. Let's talk about Hotfix 43. I think this is one of the bigger ones. Added the option to close the employee dialog window using the escape key. Well, we did test that earlier. That does work. Changed the shortcut for closing repair mode. Now escape closes repair mode, while switching from focus mode to repair mode or general view remains on the right mouse button. So I was actually struggling with that. I kept exiting out by accident, just trying to move the camera around. But yeah, I'm glad that's changed. So exit out is now escape and not the right mouse button. I am very happy for that changed. Fix an issue where entering the menu would refresh the radio music. Obviously don't have any music, so I've never had any problems with that. Adding missing translations in the mail app. Again, English, it was already sorted for me, really. There we go. I apologise to people in other languages. Sorry. Fixed an issue with displaying overly long texts in the mail app. I believe they weren't actually displaying the whole text. Some of it would cut off at the end, but that's now fixed. Fixed a bug where sorting preferences would reset after entering the storage. So obviously we talked about that previously. It said it was fixed. Now it is fixed. Fixed an issue where the in-vehicle camera position was not saved correctly. I do actually think this has fully been fixed now, so we'll check that in a second. And minor level design improvements, adding missing collisions and road adjustments. Let's just go and check. So my view for the pickup truck when I'm driving it is the camera should be pretty much on the edge of the pickup truck. So let's have a look. Helps if we're in the right mood. There we go. From behind, it is fixed. It's now absolutely perfectly where I like it. Let's just jump in a different car. Exactly the same for the van, and similar for the actual tow truck, but it is longer, so I would normally zoom out just a little bit more for the tow truck. But I'm happy with that it just fixes my position for when we're in the vehicle. So that one is now well and truly fixed. Very, very happy with that. That is Hotfix 43. Let's move on to 44. We've now got Paul working on the Allegrato, or however we're pronouncing that one. I can never remember it. And obviously Karen over here sorting out the Zen Motors bodywork from what Paul was working on earlier. But enough of that. Let's get on with Hotfix 44. Never mind, Karen has just finished with the Zen Motors. Let's just quickly get it in and get cleaned, and then we'll talk about Hotfix 44, I promise. In we go round here. Let's get it over to Johnny, who is our mechanic in our other save. But in this save, he's the car wash dude. Thank you, Johnny. You get on and get that one cleaned. And let's talk about Hotfix 44 then. So here we go. It is officially titled Hotfix 44 and first features of the online car parts store. Might have given a bit much away there. Another hotfix for Car Dealer Simulator is now available. The patch notes. Change the way dates are displayed in the mail app. This applies only to new messages. Existing ones will keep the old format. I think I've actually deleted all my emails, so we can't check that anyway. But it would only apply to new ones, so we'd need a new email for that one. Fixed a bug where junkyard-related emails did not show the date of receipt. Again, I'm assuming that's only going to be fixed going forward, but we don't have any anyway to test it. Fixed the minor display issues with road rendering. That seems to be coming up a lot. I'm guessing a lot of people are having road rendering issues. Keep reporting it, so they keep reworking it and keep trying to get it perfect for everybody, which is going to be very, very hard, but they're trying. Fixed an issue where the fuel cap on the Carvalho 280G model was misaligned in the repair/wash zones. Now all the ones I've got are fixed and ready to go, out for sale basically, so we're not going to be playing around with them. But if there was a minor bug with it, it's now fixed. We always like that. Fixed a bug that caused banking app transactions to duplicate during autosaves. Thank God that's not happened to me yet. We're a bit too poor on this save, although we've got lots. We're not really poor. We're poor in actual money. We've got lots of assets that we need to sell. I just never open this shop because I'm always talking about stuff. So there we go. Restored proper function of photos in the classified ads or app. I can 100% confirm that. You saw, if you watched my last episode, where we were having problems putting cars up for sale with the photos not displaying properly. It was just everyone was using whatever the very last photo you took was. That is now properly fixed. I've uploaded 4 or 5 cars today since starting this, and it is all working absolutely perfectly. We're very happy to hear that. And lastly, fixed a bug where junkyard pins on the minimap after loading a save, they now correctly display as junk pins instead of owned vehicle markers. I'm assuming they were showing up like you owned them, like all these little, if you look in the bottom right hand corner of my minimap, all the little green steering wheels where we are, that's all the cars I own. I'm assuming the junkyard vehicles were showing up like that even before you bought them, so I'm glad that is fixed. Not that it would have really been that much of an issue for me anyway, but it's fixed, so it doesn't matter. But there we go. I think our Zen Motors is now finally finished. Let's restore the plates. Let's just do a quick scan, make sure. Yeah, all 100% fixed. We just need to quickly get in and do some odometer stuff. Not that I can actually sell it right now because we don't have any space to put it anywhere. I'm going to start with the 7. I wish I hadn't started with the 7. That was a terrible idea. But we tried it and it failed miserably. And I reckon I've not been able to get as many miles off of this thing because of my failed first attempt. But never mind. We're going to continue this, get some photos of it, and go and park it somewhere where it can just be left for a bit. Because, yeah, we can't really... Oh, that was the wrong button. We can't really do much with it at the moment. So here we go. We're going to nip it round here. We're going to go forward. We're going to go into our lovely photo studio that we have only just unlocked on our main playthrough. So next week's episode, we'll be using this fully. In we go. Grab some pictures of that. Lovely jubbly. And then back out we come. And we do have a sort of a little space off to the side. Oh, the Allegrato's finished as well. That's good. That's fully finished as well. I'm not going to make you watch all of that. But what I tend to do is when all my spaces are filled up, I've never actually filled them up, but as I leave them in these lovely little yellow spots just here, which I do believe you can't put them up for sale from here, but they just are there ready to go just in case you ever need it. But there we go. We finished with the Hotfix 44. Let's move on to Hotfix 45. Okay then, let's get on with Hotfix 45. It does say and parts delivery, but as I said, we'll cover all of that in a bit. There is quite a bit to go through. So another hotfix for Car Dealer Simulator is now available. Patch notes are fixed an issue with car collisions related to the save system and the lift. I don't quite understand that. I'm not going to lie. I don't quite know what they've done there, but anyway, they fixed it. Fixed a bug where worker sound effects would not play after loading a game. I tend to not have any issues with that, but it's fixed if you were. Improved dialogue box rendering. It is no longer covered by key tooltip hints. Thank you, Paul, finishing with the truck there. Fixed an issue where Rex did not display the correct pin after being taken over by the player. I'm assuming that's related to the fix they did before that, where it was showing them as owned vehicles, then not owned vehicles, and then assuming there was some sort of issue taking over it, and the pin obviously showing on the map. But there we go. Improved tyre display in a repair mode. I think we'll check that in a minute. And added a safeguard preventing the player from selling the starting car until all related quests are complete. I actually sold my starting car quite early in my main save, and we bought the pickup truck, didn't we, to use as that. This one here, I actually did start with that yellow pickup truck, and I still have it. And I have the pickup truck, the van, the tow truck, and our rusted little wrecker, which I absolutely love. It's beautiful. But anyway, that is everything for the patch notes. What did I say I was going to test? The tyres in repair mode. So let's just, I need to do the odometer and some pictures of this one anyway. So let's swing this one around to our lifter instead of Paul's lifter over there. Leave him to, it gets funny if you mess around with his stuff. So we're being nice to Paul. You keep your own lifter over there, Paul. I'll find you something to do in a minute, mate. We'll get that one up in the air and we'll just go underneath and have a look. This one here was always my issue one. I don't really think they look any different. I suppose it does look a bit different. There's more sort of detail. It does seem a bit more going on around there. Let's get you fully off and put you back on and see what happens there, because this vehicle should be fully fixed anyway. So pop you back on. Oh, the bolts. Did you see how close the bolts were to actually lining up now? That's fantastic. That was a fix they said they did last week. And I said it wasn't quite right, but now it looks absolutely perfect. There we go. Anyway, I've tried pressing the escape key to get out from that. So right mouse button to go back to this mode, and then escape to get away from that mode. But there we go. That's all sorted. And now we get to start talking about the fun stuff. We've done all the hotfix. Let's talk about what they're going to be introducing coming next week. So now we are going to be covering everything that is going to be coming new within the next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed on that one. Lovely Paul is absolutely smashing through repairing my vehicles today. Loving that. So in today's devlog, we want to share what we're working on. The update is planned for a release in a few days. This was last week. So far, car repair parts could be bought in the parts store and fuses at the gas station. In the next update, we plan to add an online shop with delivery directly to your garage. I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be fantastic. Today we're only revealing the app on the computer, but in the upcoming devlog we will show more details. Let us know what you think on Steam, Discord, and in the YouTube comments of this video here. Do let us know what you think by the time we've got through all of this. There's a lovely image on screen there at the bottom pin, the orange one sort of right next to the middle, next to the banking app, the turbo in a shopping cart. That is our lovely little shopping app. Let's move over though, because wrong button. Let's move over though, because we've got a bit more to talk about. In fact, there's quite a lot more. So on this one here, we have the same image or similar image. The mouse is just hovering over the shop there, just to give you more indication as to where it is. It says, additionally, today we want to reveal the first details of the upcoming online store update. As we mentioned earlier, we're working on adding the ability to purchase car parts via the in-game computer app. You'll be able to buy new car parts with delivery to your yard. In one of the previous devlogs, we showed you where to find the car part mart. That's a mouthful. Car Park Mart app icon on the screen. And today we're showing how the app looks when opened. I'll get to that image in just a second. The app includes resource filtering and a clear, user-friendly shopping cart. Choose your products carefully. Each delivery comes with a transport fee. Follow our news on Steam and Discord. So there's the first image. I'll throw the second image up on shop and display now. That looks very similar to how it is when you're in the shop in-game. It's obviously just slightly different, and it's through your computer rather than driving to a shop, which I absolutely love. Getting parts delivered, I think, is going to be fantastic. Let's find out a little bit more. Well, sadly, all our employees have finally gone home, but we don't care because we've got something new coming. I'm going to throw it on screen now. In today's devlog, we want to tell you a bit more about a new feature you'll be seeing soon in the game. Yesterday's entry, or the one I just spoke about, gave you a sneak peek of the parts ordering app, and today we're introducing the delivery system. Unlike the in-person store, the online parts shop is open 24/7. Yes, all of the time, 24/7 it will be open, and it offers express delivery. The cost of such an order is $500, whatever currency we're using in game. So it's a good idea to plan your purchase carefully to avoid overspending. Once you place an order, a courier heads your way. They'll stop in front of your workshop and wait for you to collect your package. All you have to do is interact with the boxes. This will activate the carrying mode, which you might already know from moving the radiator or the ladder. I moved that radiator? Radio? Or the ladder? Moving a radiator in this game. I mean, the car radiator, I guess. Maybe I could have meant that. I didn't. In my head, I meant a fully fledged wall-hung 600 BTSU radiator. Yes, I know that information weirdly. Not a radiator, the radio or the ladder. And we've got that lovely image of you unloading boxes from the truck. It is fantastic. I cannot wait to see this happen. It's going to be so good. That's the first bit. We'll get on and we'll talk about the second part. So, the second part of this bit is you can place the package anywhere in your workshop. Unpack items directly into your inventory or unpack directly into your storage. To unpack directly into storage, enter the storage room while holding the package and press the same button used to transfer items to your inventory. The difference is that while in the storage area, the UI will automatically detect the context and switch to unpacking into the storage with a lovely little image of our storage area there. Although we're not actually in the storage area there, we're stood outside next to where the truck is, I believe, next where it drops it off, and it looks like he's putting it into storage from there, although that's probably his personal inventory. So there we go. That's the image on the screen for you there. We've got the full update bit to come next, so let's just get on and start talking about that. All our lovely cars up for sale. They're going to be ruined by what we're going to talk about. So, upcoming update, online shop and deliveries. Hey, car dealers, the update is just around the corner. We're putting on the final touches and running the last tests on our side. And at the beginning of next week, it'll be in your hands. In today's devlog, we wanted to summarise how the online shop and delivery system work, some of which we've already teased in previous posts. New app on your office PC. A new app will appear on your computer. Looking like this image on screen here. That's obviously inside the shop. We have already seen that. 24/7 shopping with delivery. Plan your purchases wisely. Unlike the physical store, the online shop and delivery system are available 24/7. But the delivery fee is $500. Each order can contain up to 100 items, which is actually incredible. I think you'd need to take the van, something on the trailer, and your personal inventory to get 100 items in the shop. So that's actually pretty good. We've got a couple more bits to talk about and then we'll end today's wonderful video. But I'm looking forward to the shop delivery. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. So up next, we're talking about track your delivery. Once you place an order, a delivery truck will head your way. A pin will appear on your screen showing its current location. Watch out for traffic jams. The truck might get stuck in traffic, so make sure you haven't blocked the road. I tend not to block the road, unless I'm there, obviously. But if the traffic issues are beyond your control, you can use the reset traffic option in the pause menu. Let's just get that off screen and I'll show you it. If we press escape, you've got that lovely reset traffic option just there on your pause menu. It will just reset all of the NPC cars driving around. I don't need to press it. I'm not going to give my computer more stuff to think about right now when it's already loading a game, loading an audio capture software. Steam is open up, plus all of these devlogs are all open up on my screen as well. My computer is already getting quite warm in the British heat. I'm not going to lie. So anyway, let's get on with the last bits of this new update. Well, here we go then. The last piece is receiving the package. When the truck arrives, you'll get a notification on your HUD. Interact with the trailer. Once the doors are open, you'll have access to the packages. You can pick you can pick them up and move them around freely. I don't know why I struggled so much with that. With the package in your hand, you can enter into transfer mode or move items from the package into your inventory. If you're holding a package and interact with the storage room, you can transfer its contents directly to storage. Let us know what you think on Steam and Discord and in the YouTube comments of this very video. That is it. What do you think? I think the new delivery is going to be fantastic, and the amount of times I've got almost to the end of a few cars working on at the same sort of time, and then I've realised I need plate refresh kits, or I need a clutch, or one singular brake caliper that I was a bit short on and I didn't realise, and I think this is going to be very helpful. Obviously what I'll do is I'll then go, right, I need one brake caliper. I'm not going to pay 500 and the cost of a brake caliper just for that, so I'll do a bigger order, get lots of bits, a few little bits to work on and stuff like that, and go from there. But I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to use it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, next week, as long as there's no issues. They've said next week there could be a massive issue that's game breaking, so it might not come next week. Fingers crossed it will, and hopefully, as it is, it will come early next week, which would be absolutely fantastic. But there is a possibility it might not, so just bear that in mind. Just be on the safe side. I'm expecting it to release quite easily anyway. That's it for today's video. It has been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. Don't forget, head over to vm-shop.fourthwall.com. Grab yourself a car dealer simulator hat or one of our brand new retro car outline t-shirts. Not a Mustang, fingers crossed, I promise, wink wink nudge nudge and all of that stuff. But also, if you're in South Devon this weekend, this very weekend, it is Saturday right now, if you're in South Devon tomorrow, Sunday, I will be at the Classic Car Show down on Peyton Pier. I'll be wearing this blue hat, ta-da, offset virtual mechanic logo with a blue peak. I'll be wandering around. If you're there, I know it's highly unlikely, very short notice. I didn't even realise this event was going on until a couple of days ago. So if you're there and you see me, please feel free to come up and say hi. It is no problem at all. It'd be nice to actually meet a fan in person rather than chatting to you all online. As much as it's lovely chatting to you online, it'd be even nicer to see some of you in person. So there we go. If you're there and you do see me, come on down. I won't have any merch to sell you, but it is free delivery on the store if you spend $75 or more, and it will tell you whatever it is in your local currency. So there we go. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this hotfix and update video with the new features of parts delivery coming very, very soon to Car Dealer Simulator. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to. And fingers crossed, I might see some of you tomorrow at Peyton's Classic Car Show. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.